I think that we need to start a campaign trying to get Synthetic Man a girlfriend of any race or gender, but, maybe specifically black, because I'll tell you, if this man got any kind of pussy, with the level of autism that is on display in this man's videos, he would never stop talking about it and reviewing it like he's the reporter of the week.
Not bad. It has, what I notice, definitely milk chocolate. Very sweet, but it has a certain creaminess to it as well.
But alas, we live in a world where Synthetic Man is, a lonely, almost 30-year-old man.
Dude, what the f***? Why are you f***ing here, man? You're so old. Where's your wife? Go home to your family, dude.
Well, I mean, I'm not that old.
Talking about the Fallout show and how quote-unquote woke it is. He can't even enjoy his show anymore.
The much-anticipated Fallout TV adaptation is finally released. And who am I kidding? We all knew this would be bad.
Explore the map before I went here.
Critical called me out.
Have taught me that
Are you fucking kidding me? Critical called me out? Oh my god. This is the biggest fucking shill campaign ever of all time. Like, Amazon's gotta be paying these fucks.
There's only one guy that's sticking to his guns about the show is just woke propaganda, it's garbage, and it's the classic Synthetic Man. I don't know if you've seen his Tears of the Kingdom review.
Maybe I'm just wrong though. It's my opinion, retard. Do you know what an opinion is, Zoomy? I mean, I know Zoomers are like, I have to take what the group thinks or I'll get bullied. I'll be made fun of on the internet. Like, Amazon's gotta be paying these fucks.
Boys, tell me in the comments down below, is this guy retarded? I'm actually asking because I'm about to say some words about this man, but I don't want to actually make fun of a person without a fully formed frontal lobe, even though he's about damn near 30 and should have one by now. I still want to know, is this man retarded? Because he's getting mad at Moist Critical Penguin Zero for having an opinion, but he's allowed to have an opinion. That differs from everyone else, but no one else is allowed to have one that's differing from his. Synthetic Man. The internet is not on your side, nor is anyone with a fully developed frontal lobe. People that are actually able to make rational decisions, weigh things, the pros and cons of thinking inside of the box that you think is the right one. Because most people will try their best to think outside of the box. Yo, I have this opinion. A lot of people think my opinion is bad. Let me at least think about the negatives of my opinions and the stereotypes I put out there. But I think this man kind of just skipped the whole part of developing frontal lobe whenever he was, 25. Because this man is almost 30, still thinking that if a black and white person gets together, it might just end up ruining the world. You don't know what's gonna happen whenever that happens, even though, millions of black and white couples, exist today. But to him, this is the erosion of the all-white America that never existed in any sense, because there was always either, a portion of Mexicans, Japanese, Chinese, Native Americans, people that were here before the white people, blacks. I don't understand where these people think, America was this all-white country ever came from, because it never was. Just because there was some racist Southerners doesn't mean every white person in America at the time was racist. There was a reason why your Christian God that you love and cherish so much allowed the North to come over, wreck the Confederate, absolutely kick ass, and free the slaves. I'm just saying, if I believed in a God that believed in quote-unquote a all-white nation or a all-black nation, I think I'll be quite pissed off at him if he allowed some foreigners, essentially, the northerners of the America boys, to come in and destroy our way of life that everyone in the world thought was extremely cruel and wrong, and there was a reason why everyone supported you getting your way of life destroyed, essentially. Because people like Synthetic Man don't think, alright? They don't think. They just were born into a thought process. They never thought outside of it, because why would they? Mommy, daddy said it was good to think like this, so why would I think outside of that and try to become a better human being whenever I can just be a horrible, disgusting person? Someone that shouldn't be allowed to procreate, because I want to be honest here. We don't need laws against a person like him procreating, because he's doing it to himself. Any woman that comes across his YouTube channel will start to realize, oh, oh, if I mess with this person, I might be in danger. So this all started with Synthetic Man giving out a review, everyone is allowed their opinions
It's my opinion.
of Fallout. All right, everyone is allowed their opinion of the show. A lot of people will say it's an amazing show, amazing acting, the CGI was great, great sets, great costumes, great dialogue, great actual resolution to the story. It's an all-around great show. I'm like, don't get me wrong, does it have some pacing issues? Yeah, it feels like it just is going way too fast. But also, that's something that can be ironed out in the second season of the show. All around, the show has great bones. It has some pacing issues. It was a little fast at points where you would hopefully think it would slow down, and it didn't. But that's something they can fix in the next season. That's where most people's whole rational thought would, end for the Fallout show. But for someone like Synthetic Man, he's essentially what the extreme left is, except for he's the extreme right. Instead of him actually taking in the show and allowing himself to be immersed in it, he's playing Where's Waldo on any political thing that he can just somewhat siphon out of the show. Because for some reason, he made a review where race mixing out of the whole show and all of its, little problems that it has, he thinks the biggest problem in the Fallout show was a black person liked a white person and a white person liked a black person. This man had a problem with love, all right? He had a problem with actual love. I can see that he didn't grow up in too good of a household, because most people would see Max and Lucy getting together as, oh, they're cute. Oh, man, hopefully, they survive at the end. This man sees it as, the global elite is trying to make us gay. They're turning frogs gay. They're putting water in the frogs to make them gay. He's just out here conspiracy theorying about two people essentially falling in love in a nuclear wasteland. I'm like, just listen to this absolute degenerate commentary this man is giving about a show that has nothing but glowing reviews.
So episode 1 begins in 2077, right before the bombs drop. We see Walton Goggins playing one of the main characters, the Ghoul. Yes, they literally call him the Ghoul when there are thousands of ghouls at minimum in the Fallout universe. He is the Ghoul. But as of right now, he is Cooper Howard, a Marine veteran who is famous for something. I don't think they explain it in this scene, but they imply he played some kind of cowboy character. I don't know if it's for commercials or military propaganda. And now he just does birthday parties for alimony payments. And I find this even more funny because his kid is mixed race. So his black wife divorced him, and now he plays fucking birthday parties. How black-pilling is that? And at the risk of getting a shit ton of dislikes from normies, just like my review of the first episode of The Last of Us, I find this even more funny because if you know anything about marriage statistics, you would know that white male, black female actually has the lowest divorce rates. So in a way, you could almost say this is anti-propaganda, but I still think it's promoting race mixing.
I'm sorry you all had to be subjected to the lowest form of human intelligence, all right? Because this man not only went out of his way to disprove his own racist ideology by saying, well, technically, black females and white males actually make the best couples to be married because, they actually have a chance of having the lowest divorce rate. He then was like, even though that's anti-woke propaganda, they're still promoting race mixing. My guy. Do you not hear yourself? You literally just gave a reason for a race mix. They have the lowest divorce rate. You literally right here in your own video just made up a whole excuse for why we should mix race. Maybe some races should be together and they're actually better together than two people of the same race. This man, his line of thought stopped at race mixing. That's where his line of thought stopped. Even though he literally just said, well, I'm like, they do have the lowest divorce rate and, they do make kids and, that's the whole point of a marriage is to, have a family. That his whole thought process stopped before that. His whole thought process was black, white, race mix. I've never seen a bigger idiot in my life. If you're gonna be racist, at least try your best to at least skew the statistics, you know, be like, oh no, but we shouldn't allow this because domestic violence or something else. Like, he can't even bring up another statistic to be like, see, this is why we shouldn't race mix. He can't even make it up on the spot because he's like, black and whites actually, whenever they get together, have the lowest form of divorce rate, even lower than all white couples. Okay. Like, he can't even think of like anything outside of it other than black, white, get together. No. If black, white get together, that means I have to get with black person. Like, bro, if you don't want to be with a black person, I mean, like, that's cool, bro. Don't. No one's gonna care. No one's gonna call you racist if you have your white girlfriend. Like, this man thinks, oh no, my kid might actually want a black girlfriend if he sees someone with a black person. Like, bro, are you listening to yourself? Are you like starting to limit your kids' literal pool of people they can fall in love with because you're racist? Is that literally what you're doing? You're literally saying, no, son or daughter, you can't date Tyrone because he's too dark. There's nothing else wrong with him. The man could be a multi-millionaire. This man was still like, no, you can't date too dark. If anyone out there has the same rational thought as this man, please just think to yourself. Imagine if you brought home your beautiful white queen to your parents, all right? She's the perfect white queen. You love her. You know, you're about to start your best white family. And then your family's like, bro, she's ugly. What the fuck are you doing, dog? Dog, you see that busted up truck you brought into my house? Motherfucker out here dating Toe Mater. The white version of Toe Mater. Imagine if your family was like, bro, she is busted. Let it go. That is if you date her, my guy, I ain't coming to the wedding. I ain't looking after them damn ugly ass children, because you know anything she pops out ain't looking good. That's disgusting. I can't believe you would bring something this butt ugly into my house. Like, imagine that. You literally find someone you enjoy hanging out with, you love, and then your family's just like, ugh. Brother, are you blind? Do you see how ugly she is? Even if she is ugly, alright, even if she is ugly, she's your ugly queen. But like, this man can't even think that far ahead. But knowing people like Synthetic, man, he's easily molded, alright? He probably would start calling his own girlfriend ugly if someone that he looked up to, like his dad or his brother or some shit, called her ugly. He will start thinking, damn, am I ugly for dating her? I mean, like, I thought she was cute whenever I saw her, you know, before we walked in the house. I thought she looked fine. Like, this man has no actual pride in anything. He actually is just a sheep that he is trying to, quote unquote, call out. Because as soon as someone's like, yo, bro, your girlfriend, she is, bro, you could do better than that. I hope you could do better than that. Like, this man would instantly start thinking to himself, could I do better? Instead of him actually defending his girlfriend. Like, these are the weak men that he tries to call out. He is one of them. But moving on, Synthetic Man's claim to essentially this week's donkey of the day is Charlie, a person known for enjoying bad media. He has a fetish for it. I swear he has a fetish for bad media. He enjoys watching anything that's horrible. He decided, you know what? I want to hear one of the worst takes on the Fallout show, and he decided to watch Synthetic Man's review of the Fallout series. And Synthetic Man could not even rationally think in his head anything that would make sense for why Moist Critical did not like his review and why many of his own viewers didn't even like his review. The only thing that he could really come up with was he's getting paid off by the deep state. Even though Charlie is a YouTuber and literally can do anything, he could literally make the same Synthetic Man reviews and get the same amount of views he's getting now. Like, Charlie's one of those people that doesn't have to care about anything he says. He's like PewDiePie. They can literally take a shit on camera and that would be a 1 million view video and everyone would say it's like art. Even though I will say Charlie is fucking, I want to be honest, sometimes I just watch his videos and I'm just like, oh my god, what the fuck is this man even talking about? I ain't even gonna lie. Charlie, sometimes I even question myself about what he's talking about. And then there's sometimes where I'm like, you know what? Charlie got a point. Not everyone has the correct views on everything, but also there are some views on things that society as a whole realize it's better to have a cohesive view on this instead of a split view. Because As soon as you start thinking, I don't like that guy over there, not because he did something to me, just because the way he looked, that's whenever society starts turning into literal chaos, alright? That's whenever we have to start locking up those people that have problems with other people. That's what jail is made for. It's for people who can't conform to society. You get to be whoever you want in jail. If you want to be the toughest person alive, go to jail. If you want to be the biggest bitch alive, go to jail. Guess what? It's about them near free of law. If you want to be as racist as you want to be, go to jail. It's literally the free space in life. You get to go to jail and be and do whatever you want, all right? If you don't like someone, just go to jail. Instead of being like, oh my God, we have to rise up, boys, because that one person over there, or that group of people over there, are different from us. And of course, Synthetic Man, the lowest intelligence we have seen yet from a living creature, decided to try his best to claim that Oompaville and Charlie don't know what woke is, while he proceeds to not actually give a definition for woke, something that a lot of people on the right tend to have a hard time, really hammering down, that definition of woke. For some reason, they love that word a lot, but yet, anytime you ask them what it is, they start freaking out as if you should already know it. But it's kind of weird how they never have a definition for it, and they just continue to freak out.
There's only one guy that's sticking to his guns about the show is just woke propaganda, it's garbage, and it's the classic Synthetic Man. I don't know if you've seen his Tears of the Kingdom review.
Oh yeah.
He's like the last holdout. And I decided to watch what he said about Fallout because I was curious. And one of the first things he mentions is propaganda about race mixing. And I was fucking stunned.
What?
It was crazy. Yeah, one of his first complaints is that it's propaganda about race mixing in the beginning.
When?
Because the dad gets divorced and the very first kid in the show, I'm trying not to give spoilers, but one of the kids.
Spoilers. No, it's spoilers. It's not him trying to find the politically correct words for mixed race child. It definitely is spoilers for the first 5 minutes. Yeah, I know. He knows exactly what he's doing there. It definitely got caught right there. He was about to say something racist. I fucking knew. Oh my god, these fuckers.
I've never seen projection so hard in my life. This man saying, oh, he was about to say something racist. Charlie, Moist Critical, Penguin Zero, the person that has never said anything racist online, alright? We don't know about his private life. The man could be a white nationalist in his private life. I don't know. The man that has never said anything racist in his whole entire career, right here on his podcast, where he's just chilling out with the boys, right? He knows this video is going to be seen by millions of people. Right now is where he's going to start being racist, when he's talking about an actual racist person. This is the biggest projection ever. This is like someone coming out saying, yo, I think if you watch anime, you're one of those pedophiles. As they go to a church with a pastor that loves touching little boys that for some reason they never want to talk about or even acknowledge exists or is even a problem in a place where it's supposed to be about worship. But for some reason, some of the people that are leading the church aren't really all too fond of the worship there, because that's projection. You are literally projecting a problem you have in your own life onto someone else, trying to call them out on it and trying to make it seem like they're the bad person, whenever in reality, they never had a problem at all. You're the one with the problem. You're the one being called out here. And again, Synthetic Man has already acknowledged that race mixing actually isn't a bad thing, seeing that black female and white male have the lowest form of divorce rate. Sounds like that's a pretty good marriage that we should encourage. I'm just saying, lower divorce rates sounds like a good thing to most, if not almost, all people.
Read like a fucking book. Let's hear what he says.
Guy is black and he's white, so he's talking about it's race mixing and promoting race mixing.
But that's not even being woke.
What?
That's crazy. Why would you even...
Do you know what woke is, retard? Oh my god. More people don't know what the fuck woke means. How do people not know what woke means? What? I know that's kind of maybe intentional by the grifters to shift to what woke means. How is that not what woke means? What do these people think woke means? I legitimately don't understand.
Again, boys, you guys like seeing that? Again, boys, right there. For some reason, the guy that knows what woke means doesn't want to define it. And if you guys don't know what woke means, alright, let me just give you a nice little TLDR. It's literally just people being informed and educated on, things that actually affect them. Social things, political things, racial things. It's literally you just being informed on it. Technically, Synthetic Man is also woke, seeing that he literally has a problem with black people and white people race mixing. That is literally him being woke himself. He has realized some issue in his head that there is a problem with black and white. Well, in his head is that the white race will be eliminated.
Yeah, you don't think erasing white people from existence is woke, maybe? I mean, let's be honest.
So now, in his head, he is now waking up to the fact that maybe his race may go away one day. We don't know. There's no statistics out there saying that, oh yeah, at some point in time, every race will be one race, or at some time, all white people will just go away and there will just be nothing but black, Hispanics, Puerto Ricans, Taiwanese, Japanese, Chinese, Dominicans. Like, there's nothing saying that all white people will go away at some point in time. There's nothing saying that. But in his head, he's waking up to some delusional fact, thinking that he might not exist one day, and for some reason that's like baffling to him. I don't know if he's scared of dying, maybe, but like, my guy, none of us are gonna exist one day. We're all gonna die, all right, my guy? Calm down. We're all gonna die one day, and all of our problems are gonna go away. So you don't have to worry about quote unquote race mixing, or I gotta make sure the white race lives on, because by the time that problem even occurs, you're gonna be long gone. But as you guys saw from that clip before, the erase the white race one that I showed before, he can literally set out the definition right here of what he thinks, or what the real version of woke is, alright? But for some reason, he doesn't. He just says, oh, race mixing is bad. That's woke if you race mix. Whenever in reality, that's just called two human beings having a child. The man obviously doesn't understand the concept of even being woke, let alone the definition. He is literally just reacting to anything or any stimuli in his environment and saying if it is woke or not. He doesn't actually understand the concept behind it. Because if he did, he would realize that he is the person he's calling out. He is woke. He is calling out something that he believes is actually going to harm himself and his race. But two people of a different race having a child, that's not called being woke. This man is legit saying if you have intercourse with a person of the opposite gender, you are woke. That's essentially what he's trying to say. Like, if you break down his rational thought to like the bare minimum, he is literally saying if you have a child with someone, you are essentially woke if it's not with someone of the same race. That makes absolutely no sense at all. This man has never probably even touched a woman, alright? Like, I don't want to be that guy. I've been trying my best to hold back, but let's all be honest here. This man hasn't even spoken to a woman since his mother. Because if he has actually spoken to a woman, he would realize that most of the quote-unquote racist white women that he wants really aren't all that racist. Because as soon as those beautiful white women, the snow bunnies, talk to a man of any culture or race, they become extremely normal. Almost, it's almost like they become normal and almost infatuated with anyone of the other race as soon as they realize, oh, these people are pretty cool, I like these people. But people like Synthetic Man thinks there's no way a woman of his race, a snow bunny, would even think or should even think about race mixing. And even then, whenever people are in a white relationship and they break up, he still tries to project his own insecurities onto others. Because if you guys don't know, Charlie and his girlfriend broke up. I don't know if we actually know the reason why. The only thing that I could find was a post from Moist Critical saying that, yeah, they broke up and that was it, and that they're quote unquote co-parenting their dog still. I don't know how that works, but okay then. But for some reason, Synthetic Man knows any and every little detail about the YouTuber that he doesn't watch anymore. He doesn't watch Moist Critical anymore, but for some reason he knows details of why him and his girlfriend broke up. And, Synthetic Man is trying to allude that she cheated on him. Probably with a BBC, but he knows if he says that, he's gonna be looking like he's projecting even more. But he does allude that Charlie has a small penis for some reason. I don't know why a white man, masculine man at that, is concerned with another man's penis, but people with small penises have to project that as well, just like him probably getting cheated on and his girlfriend, Synthetic Man's, probably, if he ever had one. I'm still in the camp that he never had one, but if he did, she probably cheated on him with a bigger man. Let's just say that, a bigger, darker man.
I'm glad this manlet got cheated on. His girlfriend got tired of his tiny penis and left him. I gotta keep it in before I say something that will be clipped.
I'm just saying, I have more respect for someone like Sneeko than Synthetic Man, because at least with Sneeko, he got banned off of YouTube and now has to go onto Rumble and actually spew his hate there, because he's actually I guess somewhat maybe believes in what he thinks, even if it flip-flops. Synthetic Man has no conviction at all. He won't even say the N-word. He even calls it the N-word, even though he knows that his audience would enjoy him saying it, but for some reason, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Synthetic Man, enjoys towing the line. He has no real conviction, right? He's not gonna actually call anyone the N-word because he knows his channel might get banned if he actually says the N-word. But for some reason, he loves calling everyone else greedy. Everyone else is a shill. But the man that's supposed to be, saying the real words, saying the things that, people usually say in silence, for some reason, he doesn't say, the N-word for some reason. I don't understand why. He's supposed to be a racist. That's what I would believe a lot of racists would love to do, is say the N-word. But I guess that Google money is better than that Amazon money. I'm guessing them Google checks are looking pretty good. But if Charlie got an Amazon check, now he's a real shill.
Like, Amazon's gotta be paying these fucks.
Or maybe Synthetic Man then will have to recognize that he is a hateful person that actually hates people, not based on their character, but based on their skin color. And then his audience will have to come to grips that they're also being hateful and racist for no real reason other than a irrational fear that they're gonna be replaced. Like, we all aren't gonna be replaced, my guy. If anything, you should be more mad at AI replacing you. If anything, that's gonna be the final race on the earth.
Why is everyone commenting about me? And literally, I fucking knew it. This literally is the equivalent of me saying, like, I can't say the N-word, but if I say, the way I said it before was probably perfect. I said colored people instead of people of color. That's literally what just happened. I said race mixing instead of goblin mudoid creature. Again, I could have said it way worse. I'm just repeating myself again, because this is all I know, is you have to double down, be even edgier.
About them near 30-year-old man on stream alone at night talking about racism and about how he has to be more racist and doubles down, because if he doesn't, then he will lose the only thing that matters to him in life, his YouTube channel. The man has nothing else to live for other than this right here. This box is his existence, boys. Right here where you see him sit right here, this is his existence. This, if as soon as he becomes a normal human being, he knows he'll lose it all and he'll just be another 30-year-old man that wasted his life away. He's essentially the equivalent of Master Oogway in this video right here, a 30-year-old edgelord that has to say the N-words for internet likes and views, because for some reason he can't socialize like a normal person. But boys, tell me in the comments down below, how do you guys feel about Synthetic Man? You guys think he's a nice man, a nice person, someone you would like to have a beer with? This man is obviously misunderstood. Obviously, we could never understand the greatness behind those eyes.